Yeah, it's your boy Jay. I'm here to say that I got another story time today. Okay, now this story time, not gonna lie, it's pretty crazy. I was debating on whether I should do this one today, and then like the one that you guys are gonna get on Sunday. Like if I should do that one, like if I should do this one on Sunday and then that one today. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna share this one because both of them are really lit story times, and I usually try to put like the most lit story time on Sunday because it's the day before Monday. Nobody likes Monday. But without further ado, let's just get into the story time. So this story time takes place when I was 15. Yes, it takes place when I was 15 years old. But I was like in ninth grade still. So basically, the story time starts off. I was asleep, right? I was asleep, and just getting some really good rest for school in the morning, because I'm pretty sure it was like I think it might have not been a school day. I just remember I was asleep. It was very early in the morning. It was like 5-6 in the morning. So while I'm asleep, right, I remember like my aunt at the time, she was living with me because she was like really sick and like always goes to the hospital. So like she basically moved in with us to make sure that just to make sure that we don't like if she does have to go to the hospital, she's not home by herself or whatever. So she was living with me, and she like basically came up the steps, and she like bust through the door, and she was like, "Put your shoes on, we gotta get out of here, we gotta get out of here." And I was like, huh? But before like I could ask her, she was already down the hall to go wake my aunt up. And so I wake up, and my cousin was there too. He didn't wake up yet. So I like woke him up, and I was like, "Yo, put your shoes on." They said that like we have to get out the house. And he's asking the same question I'm asking. He's like, "Whoa, why?" And I was like, "I don't know, but that's just that's just what my aunt said." So my aunt, she comes through the door. She's like, "Come on, we gotta get out of here. It's not safe." So now, naturally, me and my cousin are kind of panicked. My cousin, he doesn't really show emotions like that, but I could tell he was panicked just by the way he was putting his shoes on. So I put my shoes on, and my aunt, she's trying to like basically, she's trying to help my aunt down the steps while also trying to get like my baby cousin. So my aunt like goes down the steps and out the door, and I'm still like, what's wrong? Because at this point, I'm kind of waking up. I've put my shoes on. I've like basically like walked around, and I'm like, hey, I don't like nothing's really wrong. I mean, at the time, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little lightheaded, but I was like, what what's going on? And basically, we all get in the car, and when we get in the car, basically when we get in the car, I see like my aunt. She calls like 911. She calls the fire department, and I'm like, why is she like in my head? I was like, why is she calling the fire department when like there's no fire? And like, my cousin, he basically was just like, he was on his phone. He was like on his phone, just like, just looking like through social media, when I remember like my aunt was like, hey, call your father. Now, the reason she said this was because my cousin's dad is a firefighter. So yeah, so now I was really curious. I was like, if the firefighter, if a fireman is supposed to help us with it, what's going on? I don't see a fire. Like, was there a fire in the house? And my neighbor comes out, and he goes to the car, and he's like, oh, thank God that all of you guys got out. If my alarm didn't go off, then like you guys could have been dead. So now I'm really worried. I'm like, what's going on with the house? Like, is it about to catch fire? What's going on? And I remember like right as I was saying that, I heard like fire, like the fire truck sirens like in the distance. So I'm like, all right, what's going on? So that's when I just asked. I was like, hey, aunt, what's going on? And she basically said that there was like too much. Basically, there was too much carbon dioxide in my like in the house at the time. So basically, my neighbor, he has like this alarm where like I guess it detects like carbon dioxide levels, and the level of carbon dioxide in our like in our house was like dangerously high. Like almost like if like a like I don't know, like if like one of the pipes was like leaking something or something. It was just like dangerously high carbon dioxide level. So because of that, basically we had to sit in the car. And we wound up sitting in the car like for like a long time. Like I remember we sat there until like it was like 8 o'clock. Mind you, this started around like 5 or 6. So we were in the car for about like 3 hours. Like, and it was just like, I don't know, it was kind of scary, I'm not gonna lie. But like, the firemen basically, they pulled up and they went into our house. And when they went into our house, they all they did was really just look like through like they looked through the house, like looked to see what was the problem, tried to clear out all the carbon dioxide that they could, and basically they were just like, it should be safe to be in your house now, but I would recommend that like you wait an extra hour or so before like going back in. And my aunt was like, okay. So we sat in the car for like 30 more minutes, and then like my cousin, like I said in my deja vu story, he always has to go to the bathroom. So he said he had to go to the bathroom. So we all went into the house, and the house was fine just like it was when we were leaving. Like, I mean, it like it was fine, but I wasn't feeling any more lightheaded. And then I like put 2 and 2 together, and I was like, oh, I was feeling lightheaded because of all the carbon dioxide. So yeah, carbon dioxide is really dangerous. Moral of the story is, when there's an emergency, like, don't question anything, Because I was like sitting there questioning stuff, and kind of, and I'm not gonna lie, it kind of like took us longer, which if it would have been like long enough to the point where it would kill us, I would have been dead. So if there's ever like an emergency, or like, someone's really panicked and they're just like, yo, we have to get out of here, don't question it. Don't be like me. I was being dumb. Don't be dumb. Yeah. And that's the story time for today. It's your boy Jay. I'm here to say that that's the story time for today. Aye. And I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Make sure you smash the like button, comment, and subscribe. But yeah, I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Have a nice day. Woo!